ElectraCast.
Welcome to Lessons from the Fast Lane. Before we begin, we want to make it clear that the following content may include unauthorized use of names and likenesses, as well as information that could be perceived as misinformation. In fact, this content may not be created by humans. We want to emphasize that the content provided here is not to be construed as absolute truth. Our aim is to explore various perspectives and foster thought-provoking discussions. We encourage our listeners to independently verify any claims made and form their own opinions. Now, let's dive into the show.
Hi, I'm Mark Netter, co-founder and CEO of ElectraCast Media. I've worked as an entertainment marketing professional and as a writer, director, and content creator for over 2 decades. A few years ago, I was nicely surprised to receive an unexpected message from one Peter Rafelson. Although I was not familiar with his impressive credits as a songwriter and record producer, I knew plenty about his father, the iconic film director Bob Rafelson, who was a real influence on my cinematic taste. Of course, I accepted Peter's invitation, and immediately we got on like old friends and brainstormed the formation of a new forward-thinking company. I was particularly impressed with Peter's extensive knowledge of intellectual property rights and technology, and that was the start of what is now a full media network, producing and distributing over 100 podcasts. ElectraCast Media was born, and our mission statement is to build community and amplify diverse voices through compelling entertainment and story. Peter and I continue developing a robust portfolio of IP rights for additional commercial use. Every day, we enjoy growing our company in hopes of becoming a disruptive game changer in the audio-first industry and beyond. Most recently, we're developing an exciting new technology platform to support the needs of creators and consumers in the business of podcasting, all served in a social media network, enabling anyone to build their own branded networks and connect directly with valuable audiences in real time. We are positioning what we call Electraverse at the intersection of Hollywood media and social tech. In concluding, I'm pleased to introduce to you the very first episode of my partner, Peter's new podcast, in which he shares his journey and some fascinating stories. So now, here is an ElectraCast original production of Lessons from the Fast Lane with Peter Rafelson.
Hello and welcome to my new podcast, Lessons from the Fast Lane. My name is Peter Rafelson, and I'm excited to share my personal journey with you. Growing up in Hollywood was an experience unlike any other. My father, Bob Rafelson, was an iconic Hollywood film director and public figure, and my mother was a professional set designer for many movies and continues to mentor many living legends. I was surrounded by celebrities from a young age and got to witness firsthand the inner workings of the entertainment industry, as well as the insane and sometimes extreme or questionable behavior of famous people behind closed doors. I have seen things I cannot even begin to share, out of respect for those who are still living and some who are now dead. Suffice it to say, the stories you will hear and the wisdom I shall share on this podcast will be invaluable beyond one's wildest imagination. I have a lot of experience, not just in the entertainment industry, but in building successful companies from the ground up. This includes numerous startups, which I continue to develop to this day. I also consult and work as a board member of various larger companies, some worth billions of dollars, which find my insight, expertise, and my input quite valuable. Growing up, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, which forced me to learn in untraditional ways. From a young age, I began to teach myself certain skills and being interested in things that had natural order, such as technology, physics, and music. I found my calling and made a conscious decision to commit to mastering a craft and becoming an accomplished creator. I will be sharing these valuable lessons which helped me to not only become a talented songwriter and record producer, but also a professional musician. Growing up in the epicenter of hip culture also had many social benefits, from running with the in crowd to having access to powerful folks, and was certainly enjoyable. One could say I had a head start in the industry and seized the opportunity to excel in my field of choice. By the time I turned 21, I had already seen real success and was on my way to making millions of dollars with just my own 2 hands. I've written and produced over 30 #1 chart-topping songs, including hit records for the likes of Tyga, Ty Dolla, Kendrick Lamar, Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Britney Spears, and perhaps my most iconic hit, Open Your Heart for Madonna. But my journey in the entertainment business wasn't always easy. Sometimes being the child of a famous person is more of a curse than a blessing. I had my fair share of struggles and setbacks. I had to work hard to make a name for myself and forge my own path in this industry. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to work with some of the biggest names in music and film. But my story isn't just about my professional successes. I've had my fair share of crazy experiences growing up and navigating the entertainment industry, from wild parties with famous celebrities to personal struggles and loss. I've seen it all. There's a saying, all that glitters isn't gold, and I can tell you firsthand, tragedy is the orphan of opportunity. And yet, somehow, I managed to survive all the madness when many of my peers did not. Too many lost their lives simply chasing a dream and searching for a purpose. In this podcast, I'll be sharing personal experiences and insights into the entertainment industry and into life. I'll be talking about the highs and lows of my career, the people who have inspired me along the way, and the lessons I've learned. This will include much more than just the entertainment industry. You see, I was an early adopter of technology. Even back in the early 70s, I found ways to harness new emerging technologies and tools for my own personal use, which also led me into fantastical worlds of high-tech innovation, international diplomacy, and even clandestine forensic intelligence services. My purpose in life is to pass on the wisdom I have collected and to leave this world better than I found it. Together we will explore how all experiences, good or bad, and all knowledge apply to accomplishing anything you ever want to do. So join me on this journey as I share my story and take you behind the scenes of the entertainment business and so much more. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a wild ride. Today I want to talk about the incredible advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning, particularly when it comes to voice generation technology. In recent years, we've seen significant progress in the development of AI-generated voices that sound remarkably natural and human-like. One of the most exciting aspects of this technology is the ability to create custom voices that can convey a range of emotions and inflections. This means that not only can AI-generated voices sound like real people, but they can also convey different tones and moods depending on the context and content of the message. For example, a custom AI-generated voice could be programmed to sound upbeat and cheerful when delivering positive news or promoting a product, while also sounding serious and professional when delivering important information or announcements. This technology has the potential to revolutionize many industries, from customer service to entertainment. Imagine being able to interact with an AI-generated voice that can empathize with you and respond appropriately to your emotional state. Or imagine watching a movie or playing a video game with characters whose voices are generated by AI, creating a more immersive and realistic experience. Of course, there are also ethical considerations to be taken into account when it comes to this technology. As AI-generated voices become more advanced, it may become more difficult to distinguish between a human and a machine-generated voice. This could potentially lead to issues with identity and authenticity, particularly in cases where AI-generated voices are used for nefarious purposes. Overall, though, I believe that the potential benefits of this technology far outweigh the potential drawbacks. As we continue to develop and refine AI-generated voice technology, we have the opportunity to create truly unique and innovative experiences that have the power to enhance our lives in countless ways. That's all for now. Thanks for listening, and make sure to check back for more cool episodes coming your way. Oh, and one more small note to leave you with. None of what you just heard was created or written or spoken by a human being. This has been a production of ElectraCast Media. Our executive producers are Mark Netter and Peter Rafelson, and I am your host and producer, Peter Rafelson.
System reset.
Peter Rafelson.
If you enjoy what you're hearing, please don't forget to leave a nice review and share with your friends. On behalf of ElectraCast Media, we thank you for your time.
ElectraCast. Hi, I'm Leslie Cadet, host of Her Extraordinary Life by Design podcast, where we celebrate women who are shaping their lives one extraordinary day at a time. I speak with women from all over the world about what they do and how they are passionately pursuing their dreams and creating meaningful impacts on their communities. So come join us and learn about all there is to learn about these extraordinary women.
Welcome to Ringside with Ray and Prince. My name is Ray Leonard Jr.
You got the set? No, that's just my dad.
My name is Prince Daniels Jr.
Daniels again with a big home touchdown.
On this show, we come to humanize
Athletes, entertainers, business executives. We're going to see what makes them tick.
Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Pacific time on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and wherever you get your podcasts.
We'll see you there. Peace and power.
ElectraCast.